Hey guys, Jake Dastrup here, Associate Marriage and Family Therapist and 200-hour yoga teacher training practitioner. So this is going to be a short, gentle yoga practice. This is great for not having like a super intense workout, but just kind of lowering the stress in the body. We're going to start standing up today. You can see I have a block here, but you can find other things to work with. You can get creative if you don't have a block. So we'll just start by just taking the neck over to the right. And just pairing the movement with your breath as you take it over to the left. Taking a nice, long, deep inhale. And then exhaling as we come back to center. Inhale as you look up towards the ceiling. Exhale as you bring that chin down to the chest. Inhale as you take the right ear to the right shoulder. Exhale, bring that chin down to the chest, and inhale as you bring the left ear over to the left shoulder. And then exhale as you bring that chin back down to the chest, and then back up to center. And if you'd like, you can do this a couple more times. You can pause the video. Yoga is all about just being attuned to your body, how long to stay in a movement, how frequent to make the movement, when to ease up, when to move on. So now we'll just take an inhale and we'll bring those arms overhead. Stretch the fingertips towards the ceiling. And just get a little movement here back and forth. I'm always pleasantly surprised by how much a little bit of slowing down and moving the body can do to create a sense of wellness. And we'll exhale as you float the arms down slowly down by the side. By slowing down the movement in the body, we're inviting a slowing down of the mind. And then one of my favorite movements will just keep the chest facing forward and do a little bit of twist. Kind of let the arms flop. This movement in the spine helps to signal to the nervous system that it can initiate some resting and digesting, shift out of stress. So we'll take another inhale, arms overhead. And then we'll exhale as we'll fold down. Just going as far as is comfortable for you. If you need to support yourself with the hands up on the thighs, please do that. If you'd like a deeper stretch, you can fold the arms and just let the weight carry you down. You might get lucky with a few pops in the back. You can also take your block or your makeshift prop and use it as a support here. Taking a couple of breaths to really let go, really melt into the stretch. Nice. We'll gently walk the hands up the legs, slowly. And then bring the arms overhead again. And exhale as you fold. And then you can plant the hands down. You can bend the knees to make it easier, and then we'll walk the feet back into a downward dog. Just extending through the shoulders. You can walk out your dog, pedal the feet. Experiment with moving here. If you'd like to stay here, you're welcome to. If you'd like a little bit of an extra stretch on an inhale, you can bring one of the legs out behind you and pivot a little bit to get a nice stretch through the side. You can bend the leg. And kind of play around with that. And then try out the other side. If you like an extra challenge, you can try lifting up that front hand. Involve a little bit of balance. I know I said this was going to be a gentle practice, but sometimes you gotta try a little challenge. All right, we'll come down to our knees on all fours. And then we'll head into child's pose. Bringing the big toes together, letting the knees come out. And then just resting that forehead on the ground. If you'd like your arms to come out by the side and wrap behind you, some people find that more comfy. Take a couple of breaths here. See if you can really just trust your weight to the ground. Just let it support you. Give yourself permission to let go. We'll make our way out of that. You can cross the legs behind you and come to a seated position. So you can place the block out in front of you here. You're going to straighten the legs. Some alternative things you could do here is straddling them out like this, or doing like a butterfly or a diamond. I'm going to have my legs straight. You can place the block or whatever your prop is in front of you. Inhale as you bring the arms overhead. And then exhale as you fold forward, keeping a straight back. And then once you've reached the point where you feel a good stretch, you can let that head fold forward and just come to a place of relaxation. Holding these poses for a bit longer than you would in a typical vinyasa or hatha class. This really allows the body to stretch on a deeper level, allows the mind to slow down. We're addressing the fascia, tissue. This can be a really great way to address injuries. Nice. Gently make your way out of that one. And then we'll come to our back here. You can prop your head up with that block if you'd like. And we'll let the knees point towards the ceiling, and then we'll just go back and forth. Nice little back stretch here, back movement. Now you can bring the palms of, or the soles of the feet together, rather. And let those knees fall outward. Just take a couple of moments here. Just trusting your weight to the ground. Letting gravity do its thing. Nice. Then you can make your way over to fetal position if you'd like. Some men find this pose really fluffy and uncomfortable, but I think that
that's indicative of maybe some need for some curiosity. There's something that feels vulnerable or tender. Maybe that's an area where we really need to consider what that might mean for us. I just taking some time to invite some kindness in. And you can stay here as long as you'd like. Some people like to do some visualization here, or thinking about some of their goals, or maybe spend some time with those parts of your heart that feel a little bit tender, sad, and offer them some kindness, some presence. I'm going to make my way out of this.
So, thanks for joining me today, guys. I hope this practice was grounding, was calming for you. Please leave a comment letting me know anything that you'd like to see, and we'll see you next time.